What's up, you guys? Oh my god, there are so many updates for Mullen Automotive since my last video. At this point, I really hope that if you're still bag holding MULN Stock, ticker symbol MULN, and when I say bag holding, I mean you've been holding for the last 6-7 months. I think at this point, it's okay to just accept the L, sell it, and move on. I really hope none of you guys are still holding this stock, man. And if you are, I hope you bought it in like last week when it's super low, hoping to get a quick return. Even though I consider that gambling, you do you, but I just hope no one is still bag holding this company. It's a horrible company, like I've been saying. And in this video, I want to go over the craziness that has gone on in the last week. I know many of you guys have been waiting for this video. I've been super busy. I'm sorry, but let's get started. Now, I am going to read off my script that the short sellers give to me so I can read it to you guys, right? Because these aren't my notes. This is actually a script that the shorts gave to me to read to you guys. And by the way, Mullen Automotive might be suing me. You never know. I don't know. So let's read this. Okay. Is Mullen Automotive the next big thing or just another overhyped EV company? So today we're going to talk about Mullen Automotive, the EV company that's making waves in the industry. On one hand, we have news that their stock is up slightly. On the other hand, get this, there's news that UNC Charlotte purchased 8 more of their EV vehicles. Their cargo vehicles, I don't know, I forgot what class it was. But can you believe that this was news last week? They bought 8 cars. This was at one point almost $1 billion EV company. And why is the fact that they sold 15 cars to a university big news? Like, what's the potential there? How many cars are universities actually gonna buy? We need Mullen literally needs to sell like hundreds of thousands, millions of cars, not just 5 or 6. So I don't know why that's big news. Now, there was also news last week that Mullen Automotive is retaining outside counsel to address evidence of improper trading in their securities. Is this a red flag for investors or just a necessary step to protect shareholder interests? Now, Mullen Automotive also had an interesting article, press release, where they have said that they would pursue potential short trading or manipulation. These are very vague terms. In essence, what I think they're going to do is, or they're going to try to do, is scare people with lawsuits. And I don't know, I think my videos have been getting a decent amount of views. You know, I hope I don't get sued by them. But yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Let me know if you guys think differently. Now, it just so happens that a lot of the guys that love this stock and think it's going to do wonders, well, turns out I'm not as dumb as it may seem. Yes, today I'm a little dressed up. And I did get accepted to an Ivy League school. That is true as well. But you guys didn't believe me. The stock is down, I think, like 30% in the last month. Guys, there was a 25-to-1 reverse split that took place. A lot of people thought that, oh my God, we could buy it, and then the reverse split would happen. The stock would continue to go up. I mentioned this in one of my videos, that a reverse split, in my opinion, I don't have too much experience in. When there's the other type of split, not the reverse one, the regular split, where you have one stock and it gets divided into 5. I've seen times where a stock goes up like crazy and then the split happens and it still goes up for a while before it starts to, normalize. Reverse splits, I'm not sure why the stock would go up. And honestly, in Mullen's case, it didn't. I think one day it went up like 5% and then it crashed and crashed and crashed. Even though, if you noticed, Mullen Automotive continues to put out great press release articles. I think there's a reason they're posting so many articles. I think that they're trying to save the stock. I really do think that. If you notice, when their stock continues to go down a lot, they start posting more and more press releases. And I really think this is for the safety of their stock, to try to push it back up a little bit. Regardless, come on, let's read some of these articles. So, Mullen Automotive disclosed that UNC Charlotte has agreed to purchase 8 more of their EV cargo vans, also known as campus delivery vans. This brings the total number of vans purchased by the university to 15 vehicles. As of this writing, Mullen stock is up by 2%. So 15 vehicles, I think each car costs like, I don't know, $70K. Let's just put it at $100K. That's like $1.5 million. Way less than that, but you get the point. Now, Randy Marion Automotive Group will complete fulfillment of the 8 van orders. I'm sure they're going to take a cut, which will begin today, May 1st. UNC Charlotte will use the vans towards a variety of university use cases, including campus delivery. If you've been to a university, you know what these vans are used for. CEO David Mishry said the following about the order news. It's exciting to see UNC grow their EV fleet business with us. Our EVs are a perfect fit for university use, and Charlotte is at the forefront of implementing EVs into their daily campus life. Mullen Automotive announced its first delivery of 7 Class 1 EV vans to UNC Charlotte on March 31st. And in the press release, the vans were classified as Class 1 EV cargo vans instead of campus delivery vans. In today's announcement of the 8 van purchase, however, Mullen refers to the vehicles as campus delivery vans. I think before they weren't technically campus delivery vans because there were some issues. They didn't have windows and things like that. I think they probably added that. And seat belts too, I believe. Compared to the Class 1 EV cargo van, the campus delivery van has an additional 76 miles of range and is 9 inches shorter in length. Okay, I guess these are the differences. Both vans carry a 60 kilowatt motor and a maximum payload of 1,683 pounds. In addition, the campus delivery van is available in either 2 or 5 passenger versions. The campus delivery vans are Class 1 EV cargo vans outfitted to be suitable for campus life. Mullen says the CDV model has all the same DNA as a Class 1, but was purpose-built to be an ideal delivery solution for microenvironments. Mullen's agreement with UNC Charlotte seems to be a huge plus for the EV company. The university's campus spans over 1,000 acres and is home to more than 29,500 students. With such a large population on campus, the potential for more orders may be high as long as Mullen's vans are satisfactory. Now, I want to talk about the court case, and then I actually want to get over onto their EMM technology, their battery technology, and then I want to go over the reverse split. And there's just so much I want to go over. Oh my God. And then I also want to go over, they had another press release where they went over updates car by car, which was pretty interesting. So we'll get into that as well. So, Mullen Automotive, an emerging electric vehicle manufacturer, announces today that it is taking certain affirmative steps in light of the extraordinary trading volume and evidence of unusually high levels of failure to deliver on short sales, as reported to the U.S. SEC. These steps include retaining outside counsel, which is working with shareholder intelligence services, to undertake a comprehensive analysis of data driven from broken dealers, clearing firms and other sources to provide actionable intelligence on potential market manipulation and illegal short selling. ShareIntel offers unique access and insight into shareholder position movements and the ability to proactively track equity flows, identify suspicious, aberrant, and or unusual trading activity. So this is, I've seen this before. When companies don't do well, they go after people who start making a lot of videos and news reports about them, thinking that they're short selling or that they're telling people to short the stock. I'm making it very clear. In none of my videos have I shorted the stock, have I told you to short the stock, and I don't even own the stock. I'm not that stupid. And if you guys are owning the stock, sell it. The company is a scam. The CEO is a sham. The emerging electric vehicle today announces a 1,000 vehicle order for the MULN 3, a Class 3 low-carb forward LCF EV truck. The order has been placed by Randy Marion Automotive Group, with deliveries commencing in August 2023. The purchase order is valued at $63 million and is between Randy Marion Isuzu and Mullen Automotive. The MULN 3 is an efficient Class 3 low cab forward EV truck featuring a tight turning diameter of 38 feet and excellent visibility for superior maneuverability on narrow city streets. The versatile chassis provides a clean top of rail for easy uplifting with bodies up to 14 feet long and over 5,800 pounds of payload. In addition, the design of the LCF chassis allows more cargo volume within a given overall length. We continue to receive great interest from Mullen's commercial vehicles, especially the Class 3 cab chassis, said Brad Sigmund, Fleet GM and Vice President of RMA Fleet Operations. Now, I did want to mention, it seems like Mullen is becoming just an arbitrage company where they buy commercial vehicles from China and just sell them here in the US, which that's cool. Honestly, I'm not knocking that. That is not a dumb plan. That's a pretty smart idea. You buy cars in China, sell them here. You keep the profit in between. And that's not a bad model. However, what I have a problem with is this whole advertising of an EV manufacturer that's going to change the world, the MULN 5, which is the craziest technology we've seen. Batteries doing this and that, crazy range, super fast, only going to be $30,000 or whatever. And they've kind of shifted away from their own technology and their own car to now selling China's car. Like, it went from like a tech company to an arbitrage company, and an arbitrage company isn't going to be $1 billion company. I'm telling everyone that up front. Like, if you bought this stock thinking it's going to blow up, first of all, do you guys see how many outstanding shares there are in Mullen Automotive now? It's like over 3 billion. If you think that the stock price is going to go to like $30 now, you're out of your mind. It's simply not going to happen. Now, I went over the news about them selling 8 cars. I went over the lawsuit news that they're going to be looking into a lot of these people. I want to talk about the battery technology now. So apparently, Mullen Automotive filed a patent for something called, I think it was an EMM, which increases, you put it onto a battery and then it increases the life by a lot. There's like, I don't know, huge 30, 40%. The problem here is that I think from what I've heard, they've tested this technology out on like golf carts. And that was it. And that's where they're getting their numbers from. And I don't think a car is as simple as that. Cars are way more complex. So I'm not sure if that is a good example to use. I mean, hey, maybe in the future, if they keep testing it, maybe it could add 5, 10%. But something like 40% is unheard of. And from a company with very little research and development budget, it's just so unlikely and it's hard for me to believe. So we'll see how that plays out. I know they did the patent and perhaps they put this news out to make the stocks pop, or their stock pop. I'm not sure if the price popped up a little bit. There's a little short squeeze and then it went right back to the bottom. Now, where's my dandy phone? So now I'm over the EMM news. I wanted to talk about one other press release that Mullen Automotive took out or put out. So this one is basically giving an update on the manufacturing and vehicle programs, including the Class 3 EV trucks. And then there's updates on the MULN 5. Overall, I think this was a very interesting article. So recent company updates. Mishawaka, Indiana manufacturing plant, home to the MULN 5 and Bollinger B1 and B2. So in Indiana is where these cars are being built. Commercial vehicle equipment transferred to Tunica facility for commercial class 1 launch, commissioning of e-coat and paint facility for readiness to paint early prototype builds, enterprise data infrastructure including fiber optics, blah, blah, blah. So Tunica, I think this is Missouri, right? Assembly facility, home to vehicle assembly for commercial class vans and trucks. So Missouri is where the commercial cars are being built. Mullen class 1 and class 3, they're being assembled in Missouri. That means they're probably being bought from China in pieces, getting assembled there, whatever, fine. In July 2023, the production line for Class 3 will become operational with Class 3 trucks rolling off the line with anticipated deliveries and revenue in August and September 2023. This, I believe. I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. You buy cars from China in pieces, put them together in Missouri and sell them. And I'm sure there is a demand for them. I'm not denying that part about their business. I just don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough for them. Addition of trim and chassis assembly lines to accommodate new models. New capital expenditures, including automated guiding vehicles to transport vehicles through plant, installation of robots, water test booths, and end-of-line diagnostics. They are trying so hard to be Tesla. Enterprise data infrastructure, including fiber optics, new servers, security systems installed to support volume manufacturing, hiring of 35 additional operational team members in support of commercial vehicle production, which again, I could believe that. They hired 35 people to put the cars together in the production lines. It makes sense to me. Next, the Bollinger Motors in Oak Park, Michigan. Class 4 to 6 commercial vehicles. These are the Bollinger B1 SUV and pickup trucks. So the B4 chassis cab engineering is at 90% completion. Vehicle testing of B4 chassis cab started and on schedule. Restart of B1 SUV program began on March 1st, 2023. Conducting January 2023 ride-along event at Oak Park headquarters for Alpha 1 vehicle. Showcased B4 at 2023 industry shows, including blah, blah, blah. They gave the name of the shows they went to. Hired an additional 30 people, mostly engineers, in support of B1 restart and commercial truck programs. Ah, man, these engineers that got hired for Mullen Automotive, be careful, guys. We're already in a tough environment. You probably left your job to join this company. Just try to keep your job. That's all I can say. Because this isn't going to end well. Simple as that. And then we have Mullen Commercial Vehicle Programs, Troy, Michigan, Class 1 and 3 commercial vehicles. The company has received $263 million in purchase orders from Mullen Class 1. These are purchase orders, not actual revenue. And Class 2 EV vans and trucks from Randy Marion Automotive Group. Program moves from pre-revenue to expected revenue in August 2023. So we should start getting some revenue in 2023. Commercial product development focused on completing vehicle certifications. Team successfully achieved major milestones in April, completing all required FMVSS tests for vehicle crashworthiness and occupant safety validation for Class 1 EV van. That's actually pretty good news. That's big news. However, I want to know where we are with that on the MULN 5. But, these were passed. That's pretty good. And we know that these cars, I don't see why they can't buy cars from China and sell them here. That's the main thing. Successfully completed customer pilot with Menzies and LA Airport, delivering the results expected over 1,500 miles driven at 100% uptime. And by the way, this was there was no, on that with LA Airport, there's no agreement, there's nothing signed that they're going to buy them from him. They just drove the car for 1,500 miles. First presentation of portfolio at several large 2023 commercial fleet shows, and they gave a bunch of shows. Announced the availability of the Class 3 pilot program for customers wanting to test the vehicle in specific commercial use case scenarios. Initial vehicle shipments of Mullen EV cargo van to University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and MGT Leasing in March 2023. Now, let's talk about the Mullen consumer vehicle, the MULN 5 crossover updates on this. This is what I was interested in. So they are simultaneously developing the MULN 5 family of vehicles, which include 2 trim levels, the EV crossover and the high-performance MULN 5 RS. Vehicle styling freezes in Q4 2023. I think that means that their style is going to be finalized at that point. And production design of MULN 5 and MULN 5 RS planned for a reveal at the CES in January 2024. That's not far away, guys. That is not far away. That's only 6 months away. But if it's just a design and the car doesn't have to work, yeah, I guess it's not that hard. Virtual crash and aerodynamic simulations on track. Finalizing key supplier selection and engagement. And I'm telling you right now that supplier, they haven't even chosen suppliers. I'm telling you they're already behind schedule. Preparations for August 2023 strikingly different EV tour in the works, with expanded vehicles joined the planned upcoming tour, including but not limited to the MULN 5 and MULN 5 RS and MULN Commercial Class 1 and Class 3 vehicles. Driving demonstrator of new MULN GT will join the tour in September 2023. Wait a minute. What the heck is a MULN GT? Wasn't it MULN RS? Whatever, man. Which one's the GT? I gotta check. They got so many cars on their website, so many cars that they're not selling and don't have at this point. Start with one, man. Focus on one. These guys have like 10 different cars and they haven't even sold like 20 cars. All right. Mullen Advanced Energy Operations and Solid State Battery Progress. So Mullen Automotive forms Mullen Advanced Energy Operations LLC in partnership with blah, blah, blah. Partnership's initial development focus is on improving energy management technology in EVs for greater range and vehicle performance. By the way, guys, I am an engineer, and that's why it was just so difficult for me to believe that they made some tool that makes a battery last 40% longer. And it was just interesting because how can a company with basically no research and development budget produce that? I would have expected someone like Tesla to produce something like that if it's that big of a game changer. In my view, they could have done something very simple where they just plug it into the battery. The car goes a lot slower, but they get 40% more miles. That's something I could see with an EV car, but I guess we'll have to find out what this thing does. Washington, D.C. Field Pilot Program contract with EV Technologies for EMM technology with city government for installation of energy management module on city vehicle fleet of 40 Chevrolet Bolts. All right. Pilot program, I wonder if there's any revenue involved. Company accelerates implementation of solid-state polymer battery technology to integrate battery packs for Class 1 EV cargo vans. The first Class 1 EV cargo van test vehicles with solid-state polymer technology batteries are planned for road testing by Q4 2023. Again, that's coming up. And then last but not least, we have updates on the MULN Go. Announced first MULN Go retailer located in Ireland and covering UK territory. finalizing European after-sales support network for parts, service, and warranty, executed LOIs with new dealers in France and Spain, negotiating headquarter properties for Mullen Automotive European operations. Interesting here. They don't list the fact that the Mullen Go was delivered, because last we heard these cars were shipped, but we never heard if they're delivered or not. Just point to be noted. I wonder what's going on with the Mullen Go. Anyways, guys, I hope you like these updates on the company. I had to catch up from like the last week. The stock is still not doing well. The company, I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. I don't see that much good news here now. Sure, there's progress. I'm not saying there's no progress, but there's not that much money left. All right. How long can they continue? It's too little, too late. How long can they continue the slow rate of progress with the amount of cash they're burning every single day? All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Like and subscribe.